Trinidad and Tobago, since its independence, has spawned a plethora of talent. Nowhere is it more evident than in the field of sport. The celebration of our nation's golden anniversary offered the daunting privilege of according 50 of our greatest sporting heroes the status of legends. Trinidad and Tobago's 50th anniversary seemed charged with the same fervor that attended the birth of our twin island state. That self-determination found its expression at the 30th Olympiad, where a javelin throw unveiled the first of our legends. Keshawn Walcott, at just 19, became the youngest ever javelin winner in the history of the Games, and the first gold medalist for the English-speaking Caribbean in any field event. The success of bronze medal quarter-miler Lalonde Gordon and Richard Thompson, multiple Olympic medalists at the very same Games, ensured them a place too among our 50 legends. But the newly ordained were benefactors of a path that had been carved out by other legends. Our country's first ever gold medalist Hazley Crawford and Atto Bolden, whose stellar performances kept Trinidad and Tobago at the forefront of sprinting internationally. Our country has always boasted an illustrious cricketing history. Charlie Davis was the first Trinidadian to score a century at Lord's. Joey Carew, left-handed batsman, was the greatest of our cricket tacticians. Derek Murray, unflinching and reliable at the wicket. Larry Gomes, the efficient batting machine. Ian Bishop, bowler, fierce and fast. And Brian Lara, the most famous batsman of all time. Women, too, have forged robust links in our sporting history. Lystra Lewis, the mother of netball, demonstrated unparalleled talent as a player, coach and administrator. Sandra Charles Montano was the top goal scorer in the history of women's hockey in the Caribbean, and Stacey Seubert was named to the Pan American Hockey Federation's elite team, the highest achievement in the region for hockey. In boxing, Giselle Salandi's records attest to her legendary status. She remains ranked as the #1 female light middleweight boxer of all time. Anne Brown-John possessed the consummate skill that led to her unbroken success as captain of the women's national cricket team, and also won her gold at the CSE Games in hockey. Like her, Willie Rodriguez is a double international, a feat that is not likely to ever be repeated. He played both cricket and football for the West Indies and dispensed his role as cricket administrator with great competence. Other administrators of equally legendary caliber include Alexander Chapman, who was central to the development and growth of Trinidad and Tobago's Olympic movement. Aloy Likwai, one of our nation's most outstanding sports administrators. And Eric James, brother of influential thinker C.L.R. James, who shaped the football arena with might and precision. Our legends include, too, the strongmen of sport. Hugo Gittins won gold at the 66 Commonwealth Games and medaled in the Pan Am and CSE Games. Mike Hercules, runner-up at the 1961 Mr. Universe competition, retained the Mr. Trinidad and Tobago and Mr. West Indies titles for 4 years. To this day, Brandon Bailey from the 1940s still holds the national records in the press, snatch and clean and jerk. On the courts, Alan Price and Peter Valdez stand above the rest in tennis. Price securing the most men's singles crowns in local competition, and Valdez famously defeating 1 junior and 2 senior Wimbledon champions when he played against them in the Caribbean. Basketballer Merrick Jim Anatol is remembered too for his skill. He represented Great Britain at the Tokyo Olympics in 1964. At those very games, the newly independent Trinidad and Tobago secured its first ever Olympic track and field medals. Wendell Motley had won silver in the men's 400 meters, and Ed Roberts had taken bronze in the 200 meters. Both men, along with Kent Bernard and Edwin Skinner, secured bronze in the 4x400 meter relay and sprinted their way into history. Joining them there was netball's Calypso Girls of 1979, who remained Trinidad and Tobago's only national team to have won a world title. While the Soca Warriors of 2006 did not win the World Cup, they stole the hearts of football fans everywhere. The smallest and happiest nation to ever make it to the finals became legend beyond the realms of football. In 2009, we celebrated our first national cricket team to have made it to the final of a world championship. That 2020 Champions League, viewed by millions, launched the careers of many of our young stars. In the field of badminton, few could challenge the supremacy of Deborah O'Connor, ranked top badminton player in Central and South America and the Caribbean, and third in the world. The name Emile Ramsamy is synonymous with horse racing in the Caribbean, having won upwards of 500 races, including 3 Cockspur Gold Cups. His success continued in Canada, where he was a 2-time recipient of the Sovereign Award for Outstanding Jockey. Cycling's rich history is replete with the names of champions. Leslie King and Roger Gibbon both medaled at the Pan American, CAC, and Commonwealth Games. Jean Geronimo Samuel, the most decorated, won more than 500 major medals, 483 international, and 62 national titles. He was ranked in the top 10 cyclists in the world and was named Sportsman of the Year 3 times. For 3 decades, Bert Manhin was the face of shooting in Trinidad and Tobago. Following in the same tradition of excellence was Sportsman of the Year 2011 Roger Daniel, who holds all national and Caribbean records in ISSF pistol shooting. Out on the water, Ken Charles seemed to be always making waves, winning the great race 17 times, 7 of which he won consecutively from 1999 to 2005. George Bovell III was breaking records too. He is the only person from the English-speaking Caribbean to win an Olympic medal in swimming, and the only swimmer from the region to break a world record. In sailing, the brothers Roll and Cordell Barrow will be remembered for competing at the '64 Olympics together, and at the 1962 and '66 CAC Games, where they won gold. The legends of golf could be no other than the youngest Sports Hall of Famer in Trinidad and Tobago's history, Maria Nunes, who won the 1979 World Junior Golf Championship, and Stephen Ames, who played alongside her. He became the only Caribbean person to win a golf tournament in the US PGA circuit, beating out golf legends Tiger Woods and Vijay Singh. He was soon ranked in the top 20 golfers in the world. No sport legends of Trinidad and Tobago would be complete without our heroes of football. Names such as Dwight York and Russell Latterby have captured the imagination of recent generations, but the history of local football is brimming with legends such as Alvin Cornell, Everett Galley Cummings, Lincoln Phillips, Sedley Joseph, and Tyrone de Labastide. 50 years of nation building has brought forth many legends. It is upon these shoulders that we build 50 years more.